Hey, it's Kevin, and thank you for stopping by another No BS social media update. I started doing social media back in, I don't know if you'd call it the early days of MySpace, but before many people did, back in the middle 2000s. And MySpace wasn't the first social media site. That designation goes to one called Friendster, which I, after getting on MySpace, hopped on Friendster, and to be honest with you, never really did anything with it. It was already dying by the time MySpace came in and took it over. And I'm not here to pick on MySpace, although I'm actually still involved with many MySpace pages, especially for recording artists, because they still get some song plays on there, so it's important to at least keep updated. But really what we're talking about when I say remember MySpace, I don't want you to get caught up in the actual social media site you're working with. I don't want you to get caught up in my life is around Facebook and everything I do has got to be on Facebook, because at the end of the day, Facebook could be gone tomorrow, next year, in 5 years. And if you put all your eggs in one basket, you're in trouble. That's what happened with a lot of people with MySpace. When MySpace finally started to die and Facebook started taking over, a lot of people just kind of jumped off the bandwagon and didn't know what to do. And they ended up losing a lot of their social media life, a lot of the pictures that they only posted to MySpace and didn't save on their computer, so they couldn't use them again. I've always been one to back up all my photos and things like that, so I really didn't lose anything when MySpace changed from the old MySpace to the new MySpace. But at the same time, I think it's important to always realize that at the end of the day, if you want this content to live on forever, if you really want to use social media for what it is meant to be for, what you want to do is make sure to hold on to all those things so you can reutilize them down the road if you have to. Because if you get tied into one social media platform, or two, or whatever it is, if they come and go, it could change your world and you lose everything. You lose everything you built. I remember so many recording artists getting so upset when MySpace decided to change the rules, whether it was the rules to song plays, which they've changed many times over the years, or the rules to how you can, friend people and things like that. All that time and effort they took in befriending people online, to building hundreds upon thousands upon millions of people as friends on MySpace, only to lose each and every one of them. And at the end of the day, MySpace owned all that information. They didn't own it, so they didn't really have those contacts. I've talked before about, at the end of the day, the most important place to connect with people is on your website, because you control your website, or at least hopefully you do. In the course of a lot of recording artists, they don't necessarily control it, their record label does. But make sure that you've got a place where you can connect with those people, that no matter what happens, what changes in your world, you control those people. So remember MySpace, and remember what happened when MySpace changed, when MySpace became less important. You need to always think about that in terms of social media, because at the end of the day, these sites are free. And I've talked about free sites before. You're getting what you're paying for. That's why Facebook can change the rules and frustrate the heck out of all of us all the time with, how much our posts are visible and how much they want us to pay. But until you start paying anything, Facebook's a free site. Twitter's a free site. YouTube is free. Instagram is free. MySpace was free. Again, it's their ball. They can take it home at the end of the day, and they did. Look what happened to MySpace. So always keep what happened to MySpace. And MySpace isn't gone, but for many people it is. MySpace is dead to many people. I talk to so many people about, hey, you've been on MySpace lately. I'm like, no, why would I go on MySpace? There's nothing going on there. And for a lot of people, there is nothing going on MySpace. But for a few people, there still is. So always think in terms of social media that these sites are, well, I don't want to say disposable, because you build up a lot of connections, you build up a lot of visibility, but at the end of the day, the friends you build on Facebook are only friends on Facebook, unless you connect with them elsewhere, unless you connect with them in your real life. So always remember that those free sites can go away tomorrow, and you want to make sure to connect on a spiritual level, but on a deeper level. You want to connect, whether it's collecting their email address, whether it's meeting them face to face. So no matter what the social media sites come and go, you'll always be connected with these people. Because man, I'll tell you what, having a friend, a fan, a follower, whatever you want to call them, that truly is there to help your career, that truly is there to help build your visibility, it's worth its weight in gold. Back next week, another No BS social media update right here. NoBSSocial.com as well on YouTube. Thanks.